Good morning and welcome, well, good afternoon now, and welcome to UKNOF46. I'm Keith Mitchell, and I'd just like to run through a few things before we start with the meeting. So before we start, a quick reminder of UKNOF's remit. We're here to share knowledge. We're here to make the UK internet work better. And I think we're all pretty aware that we're in strange times, and it's important that we keep the internet working better, and we do that sharing of knowledge in a way which is safe for everybody and distribute clue rather than virus. As it's an online event, I'd just like to remind you of a few things. We have a respect policy that applies to all UKNOF activities. It applies on online events like these. When you registered for the meeting, you signed up for that, and please be respectful to everybody. Our Mattermost chat platform is now pretty widely adopted. We've got nearly 300 people working on it. And if you haven't already signed up for that, you can sign up at that link there. We'll be using the UKNOF channel on that for general meeting chat. Please don't use that for questions and answers. That's where the general discussion takes place. Something different we're doing this time is rating the talks via Zoom poll. This will be the only chance to give feedback in individual presentations. So during the Q&A session, you will see a Zoom poll open. Make sure you've got the window for that, and we'd really appreciate your feedback as with the speakers. We're present in all the usual social media platforms. UKNOF46 is the hashtag for that. Questions and answers. Depending on the length of the talk, there is time at the end of each talk for 5 to 10 minutes of the allocated slot for questions and answers. Because it's a Zoom webinar, everyone is muted by default. But we're going to try audio questions this time so that you have the option to speak your question, not just type it. If you have a question to ask, then please still type out that question by text in the Zoom Q&A window. Don't do it anywhere else, the Zoom Q&A window. Also, if you wish to speak your question, then please say that in your text question. And also, can you please use the raise hand facility in Zoom so we can find you in the roster. The Q&A monitor will then unmute you to speak and ask you to speak your question, at which point you should unmute and speak it. Or if it's a text-only question or we're short of time, then they will read the text question out. And obviously, questions and answers are first come, first serve, time permitting. Please identify yourself and your affiliation when you're asking the question. And then we'll also, if we run out of time for questions and there's more questions, then please ask. There's a chance to ask. Most of the speakers will be present in the social, and you can ask them the questions there one-on-one or in the group. That's my introduction. I will now, one of the things I want to do is to thank all of our patrons and sponsors, in particular Arista as our sponsor. They will be speaking very shortly for this event. I'd also like to thank our patrons for 2021. BT is our principal patron. Our premium patrons, all welcome back. Flex Optics, IPv4 Market Group, and Ripe NCC. And we have 2 new promoter patrons to welcome, the Internet Systems Consortium and Scrutiny. For this session, I will be chairing the session. Kathy Almond will be acting as timekeeper, so that's the voice you may hear towards the end of a talk, just to let the speaker know that they're running out of time. And Fergus Mackay will be running the Q&A.